Today is Sunday, May 3rd, 2026, and we're back with another testimonial video with Dennis Kakisis, the GOAT.
Nice to meet you,
Dennis,
guys.
I guess starting off, bro, let's kind of just hop right in. Introduce yourself, kind of let the people know where you're from, where you're kind of doing your background and all that jazz. We'll start
Yeah,
there.
guys, my name is Dennis. I'm from Houston, Texas. Uh, Computer science bachelor student. So about to graduate from that, but recently got into high ticket remote sales. So it's kind of simple background on myself.
Tell us about that switch. So you're coming from like a math, computer science, tech background, and then now you're in sales. That is like opposite ends of the
Two
spectrum.
different, yeah.
Tell us
So
about that journey.
I always saw myself, going down that STEM route, traditional, you
Mm,
know, potentially academia, that kind of stuff. But honestly, with the trajectory of the job market, AI really taking over the entry level. I thought to myself, why put all my eggs into one basket and potentially, not have that job security and not get as much money as I could have. So I saw that, sales was something very, very promising, and I decided to, try to get myself into it,
fire,
which
bro.
ultimately got me here today.
That's pretty good. That's pretty good. Well, I guess explain to people what your experience, especially like as a tech background going to sales, like you joined basically at the
But
start, so mid-Feb, right after
yeah,
Valentine's
yeah, right
Day.
after Valentine's Day.
Yeah, and then you've been on your offer for 2 months now. I guess what was your kind of experience coming from no background in sales and like starting off your first few weeks there?
Yeah, I didn't know what to expect. A little bit of the nerves with the new job. But overall, it was actually really seamless. The integration from literally not knowing anything to actually getting placed in the job. I
Yeah.
thought it was not going to be that smooth. So, of course, first 2 weeks, uh, training, getting into it. I remember our first training, I was really, really scared. Uh, but you guys definitely helped me early on get over my fear.
Yeah.
Uh, and yeah, once I was placed, it was smooth sailing, which is really quick. I didn't think it was going to be 2 weeks, but 2 weeks in, got the first job, and I've been at
You-
that one ever since.
Yeah, bro. People don't get it. It's like for a lot of these jobs, like your degree, for example, you have to study 4 years to maybe land a role, not even
Exactly,
being sure
exactly,
because of
exactly.
AI, right? Versus this, it's like people don't understand. It doesn't take rigorous training. If you can talk and communicate, 1 or 2 weeks of actually in-depth training, you're ready to be on an offer and you're going to learn a lot more while you're on an offer actually applying it. Just
And
like,
that's the difference
yeah,
because you have to be human. We all have that.
yeah,
We all have that connection with someone else, right?
yeah.
Uh, it's not even just the AI either. It's something like STEM, it's just the barrier of entry is so high and the money's going down, right? Whereas the sales industry always has demand. It's always rising. So that was for me what it was as well. But yeah, like you were saying, Evan, really, um, it- once I built a little bit of the skills, just being a person and understanding how other people are, it really just it really just went up from there.
Yeah.
And like I said, 2 weeks after I got placed on my first offer, now, ever since last week, I got upgraded to triager as well. So
That's huge. Yeah. For the people that
yeah,
don't know, triaging and settings obviously different. Triaging, you're getting warm leads who already booked a call with you and you're just qualifying them. And that's just like a money printer role. Dennis got upgraded to that on his first offer, which is insane. But like how's your so kind of say your trajectory. So you joined mid-Feb.
yeah.
What's kind of
Okay.
your experience been inside first class? Like what made you want to join us?
Well, what separated you? Because I was looking at a couple of different people actually, but what separated you guys really for me was obviously knowing who you work with,
Mm.
and just seeing like your transparency and you just seeing like how you operate is kind of what I aspired to. Those levels is what I wanted to get to,
Yeah.
as well as the guidance and the actual like genuine care behind your guys' students.
Yeah.
But most of their people, you have to go and DM them some questions, right? I know for you guys, you were getting after us,
Yeah.
and that's what really sealed it for me. It's just the overall guidance you guys apply,
Yeah.
from start to finish, from
Yeah.
being complete beginner into getting us placed on roles and continuing to help us grow and improve our skill sets. It's been
Yeah.
really hands on. It's been really stress free for us, and that's ultimately why I decided to go with you guys.
Yeah, exactly. And people don't understand, like from the get-go, I make it very clear. This is not something you're going to pay money for and join and then just slack around and like BS and go tan in your backyard and not take it seriously. I was on your ass from the beginning, every single day. And then you reciprocated that with your hard work and output. Dennis is like, he's not the type of guy to slack around on something. Like Dennis, you're the type like when you find something like a little passion, you go all in. And then he discovered sales, and what do you realize? It's like, bro, this shit is linear, you know? The more you put in, the more you get out, and then you just went on a rampage and put in a bunch of work, bro, which I love.
Exactly,
He's a
because
perfect student. Questions nonstop, wants to hop on calls every day, and just keep learning. It was, bro, you were out of my hair in basically 2 weeks. You already knew everything. I'm like, you take over the coaching calls, bro. I'm like, hi, bro. That's how simple it is.
once you really once you really understand what to do and why you're doing it, it just really goes from there. So for me, it was like you said, 2 weeks, and once I started making my my first money, it was just I wanted to keep
Yeah.
on going,
Let,
getting
let,
better.
us touch on that, bro. So I remember your first offer, you landed like a fire ecom offer for a big creator, which
Yeah.
obviously had a lot of opportunity for growth. But for the people at home, and this is what everyone is waiting for, right? Is since joining first class, which you got trained in 2 weeks and you got placed. So you've been on your offer for about 2 months now. In the last 2 months being on your offer, how much money have you made in high ticket sales?
Yeah, it's been right around 13K USD my last 2 months. Well, I call it 7 weeks. Right
In
around 13K USD.
insane. Insane.
As a beginner,
How much
I didn't
cash
want to expect
collected?
that.
Yeah. How much cash
Cash
collected?
collected,
Yeah.
yeah, like a touch over a quarter million, so about 270K, 260K.
270, something around there. Insane. For guys, and for a beginner that came here 2.5 months ago, completely oblivious to sales, right? And now he's made 13K USD remotely from his laptop from home is that's insane. I guess being able to make 13K USD, knowing like your computer science background, how the dogs go. Knowing your computer science background and now making 13K USD from a laptop for having conversations. How does that change your kind of like scope of life going forward, you know?
Actually, a great question. For sure the biggest thing is going to be time freedom and location freedom, right? Those
Mhm.
are stuff you don't traditionally have with the regular 9 to 5 job.
Yeah.
But me being Greek as well,
Yeah.
uh, I love traveling to
Yeah.
Greece for months of the year, and I wasn't able to do that before, right? But now, really, I'm in control of my own schedule. I can work from wherever I want. So
Yeah.
that's the beauty while making money. And I can choose to work on vacation. I can choose not to. I can choose when to take vacation. So I just feel more free overall. And I see the trajectory. I see the potential. And already, what I've done these last 2 months, uh, it's only up from here. Most people don't even take that first step. So
Yeah. And I guess a big thing is like obviously you've been super, super successful in this space and a lot of people look up to you, especially in the community for the work you've put in, like how much you've helped people and obviously the money you've made. It doesn't go unnoticed, right? But it's like what would you say is next for you? People don't want to stay stagnant, right? You've obviously been upgraded to triager, but what does the next 6 months look for Dennis?
the next 6 months are really just me striving to hit, higher goals. Because why limit yourself, right?
Yeah.
So I know we've been in the process. We've actually had a couple of sessions,
Yeah.
to train my closing skills.
Yeah.
So that's the next step for me. Ultimately, become a closer and, of course, make more money. Hitting that,
Yeah.
hopefully that
Yeah.
12, 13K, uh, you know, in 2 months becomes 13K in 1 month, and then
Yeah.
half a month. So
Exactly. People don't know setting you make 5% commission. Once you become a closer, you get 10% commission. So it's double, right? And that's the goal for everyone. Closer, eventually, I think you'd be a fantastic sales manager as well in terms of managing teams because you're just passionate about this shit, bro. You love
everyone can be as well. Once everyone realizes it's really, you know, if you follow the steps that are given to you by people who've done it before the hard way,
That's what I'm saying, bro.
it
It's that simple.
really because
Guys, do you think me and Dennis are geniuses? No. What background? Dennis, you came to me like 2.5 months ago, oblivious to this. You didn't even know what sales, like you've never
I
done
didn't even know
sales,
what it
no
was.
experience at all. It just like literally, like it's just like mind-boggling how quick you can really change around your life and make a lot of money if you just take a skill seriously for a couple weeks, bro.
I always say this, one single decision in your life, one single thing, it might seem small in the moment,
Yeah.
like it did to me, but it changes the trajectory of everything because now I see a real future with this and I see
Yeah.
what I want to do, right? Before I didn't know if I was gonna, be a software engineer or if I was gonna, go down another route, and it was just causing me stress. And, you know, I didn't want to be that guy at 45 years old, just stuck in a 9 to 5 like most people are. I
I
wanted
think
more
a
for
lot of
myself.
people, yeah, a lot of people suffer with that post grad. Are you kidding me?
Exactly. Because
AI?
most people most people don't realize, you know, people just want to do what they want to be, just be comfortable, right? But that's why 95 or 99% of people don't get to their goals, right? It takes being uncomfortable, like it did to me. I wasn't comfortable going into this, but
Yeah.
I took that step, and you guys helped me, you know, um, get past that fear, and now ultimately I'm where I'm at. So I'm very, very grateful.
100%. And it's really changed around a lot of things. I mean, I think you're gonna absolutely crush it these next few months. I can't wait to see the next year for you. But as you said, bro, you had fear getting into this, you were uncertain. But what would you, for the people at home, for the people who even cared enough to watch this far in, what is one piece of advice you give to someone who's been seeing the content, who's been wanting more potential, maybe stuck in their position, and is on the fence about joining first class and even getting into high ticket sales? What is one piece of advice that you can give them?
My piece of advice is, um, we all have goals and aspirations, right? But if we don't try to, invest in ourselves and take, calculated risks, right, we'll never achieve those goals. And that's how it was for me. So I think the most important thing is to actually follow your dreams and take risks. Otherwise, you won't get to them. So my piece of advice is, obviously here, Evan and Jay, uh, everything I could have hoped for and a lot more. You know, they guide you through the whole entire process. I've improved day by day, not even, you know, every single day I feel like I'm getting better, and
Yeah.
everyone in my company is noticing it, and I feel like you guys have made me, someone who's been, truly valuable to my company,
Yeah.
and as well as feel better about myself and what I was able to accomplish as well. So my piece of
100%, bro.
is, don't be scared to chase your dreams, and always strive for more, because we don't want to be stuck, potentially getting replaced by AI or in our 9 to 5s forever.
It's true. Like people hear it as a buzz term, but like it's happening, right? Every call I hop on, and probably a lot of people that you talk to, that's a concern they have, right? So overall, Dennis, like amazing chat, bro. You are killing it. In fact, I think a lot of people in the community look up to you in terms of the hard work you've put in and obviously how quick you've been able to turn around a profit, right? And like grow in this space. Keep that shit up, bro. You're freaking killing it. So
Appreciate it, man.
yeah,
It's all about once I had the plan, once I knew what to do,
yeah.
all it took was just me being dedicated, right? And like we said previously, you know, everyone can do it. No one is limited.
And this is what I'm saying, guys. A lot of people have energy, have striving, they have the goals, they want to strive for more, but what they're missing is literally the vehicle and the framework.
Exactly.
The second you find your vehicle, like myself 3 years ago, like Dennis, 2.5 months ago, second you have the vehicle and a bit of guidance, you can run with the wind and just grow exponentially. Like if I talked to you 3 months ago and you're like, yeah, you would have made 13K USD in 2 months, you'd be like, no way,
No
right?
chance.
But now it's like,
It didn't seem fathomable to me.
but now if I lay down the numbers, I actually show you potential, like, holy shit, I'm gonna take this seriously, right? I put in all the work, and
Exactly.
obviously you are where you are today, and obviously you're freaking killing it compared to 99% of people your age. So
Appreciate
good shit on that. But one last takeaway, one last like kind of mic drop from Dennis right now to the people watching.
it. Yeah.
Go.
So last mic drop, guys. Believe in yourself. Replace, like I did, 2 months of scrolling Instagram Reels, even 1 hour, 2 hours a day. Replace it. Invest in yourself. Invest in building a skill, and your life will change. It sounds cliche, but it's the cliches that are often true.
Yeah.
All it takes is hard work, and if you're not willing to make a small sacrifice, invest in yourself and take, something like this seriously. You don't want to look back, 20 years later and regret it.
Hell
So
no. Humans fucking hate regret. Don't be one of those people. Overall, Dennis, we'll put a pin in it there. I think that was amazing. For the people who watch this, hopefully this inspires you, right? Because people from all different types of background can do this. But overall, thank you for your time. Get back to your Dallas, keep crushing it, make that money. And yeah, I'll see you
yeah.
inside.
All right,
What's up,
Evan.
buddy?
Thank you very much for
Ciao.
your time.
Yeah, bro. Ciao.